All right, let's just dive right in. If you're an Amazon seller, you totally know the feeling. You're out there, you're hunting for that next amazing product, you find what looks like a golden opportunity, and then, bam, you hit a wall. Well, today we're going to talk about breaking down that wall. We are talking all about getting ungated so you can unlock that next level for your business. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You've done all your product research, you found something with awesome margins, not a lot of competition, and you go to list it only for Amazon to say, request approval. Honestly, it's one of the most frustrating things for sellers who are just trying to scale up. So what does gating or being restricted actually mean? Well, to put it simply, it's Amazon's quality control system. See, back around 2016, they started locking down certain categories and brands. Why? To protect customers and make sure everything on the platform is legit. So to sell these products, you have to go through a whole approval process to prove you're a real seller with authentic stuff. Now, take a look at this list. We're not talking about some weird, obscure categories here. These are some of the most popular and profitable areas on the entire platform. And it can get kind of tricky. For instance, even in a category like toys and games, which you might think is wide open, most of the big, in-demand brands are still gated. Getting access here is a total game changer. So you might be thinking, okay, that sounds like a huge hassle. I'll just sell in the categories that are already open. But if you're serious about growing, that's a massive missed opportunity. Getting ungated isn't just about jumping through a hoop. It's about making a strategic move into a way more profitable corner of the Amazon marketplace. Here's the bottom line. Getting into these gated categories is like finding a whole new ocean of opportunity. It almost always means less competition and, you guessed it, higher profit margins. It just opens up a massive new world of products you can sell, which lets you build a stronger, more profitable business. For newbies and pros alike, this is an absolutely essential strategy for real growth. All right, so you're convinced. The next logical question is, so, can I do this myself? And the answer is, yes, you can, but, and this is a really big but, Amazon has a super strict checklist you have to meet before they'll even look at your application. Let's just look at this list for a second. Amazon wants to see that you have a perfect track record. Your seller metrics have to be great. You have to avoid late shipments, especially if you're FBM, fulfilling by merchant, where you handle your own shipping. And your order defect rate has to stay under 1%. And then you have to provide all the right paperwork. This whole process can take anywhere from a day to several weeks with zero guarantee of success. It's a tough road for sure. So this all leads to the big question, right? If the DIY route is so time-consuming and you're not even sure it'll work, is there a better way? And thankfully, there is. Think about it like this. You might hire an accountant to do your taxes, right? Well, you can work with a third-party specialist to handle the whole ungating thing for you. These are companies that just live and breathe Amazon's rules and know the system inside and out. And honestly, the difference is like night and day. On one side, you've got the DIY path. Weeks of waiting, no idea if it'll work, and a ton of your own time down the drain. Then, on the other side, you use a service. You get a clear time frame, guaranteed results, expert help, and the whole process is simple and hands-off for you. Now I know what you might be thinking. Is this safe? Is this going to get my account in trouble? It's a totally fair question. And let me be clear, there's zero evidence that using a legit professional ungating service has any bad effect on your account. It's really just a smart, effective way to save time and unlock those profitable niches. So, to see how one of these services actually works, let's take a look at OA Beans. Their entire goal is to get you approved quickly and safely with a guarantee, so you can get back to what you do best, which is selling stuff. This quote from their site really gets to the core of building trust. And that last part, never forge documents, that is so key. Your account health is everything on Amazon, so using a service that does things by the book is absolutely critical. And here are their core promises. First, a clear timeline, 7 to 14 working days. No more guessing games. Second, a 100% money-back guarantee. If they can't get you ungated, you don't pay a dime. That shows a lot of confidence. And third, they have a USA-based support team, which means clear communication and real help when you need it. The process itself could not be simpler. You just pick the categories or brands you want to unlock, give them some basic info, and then you just go back to running your business while their team handles the entire approval process with Amazon. The final step? You get that green light and you start making more money. Simple as that. So, we've covered the problem, the super frustrating DIY path, and the simple, guaranteed solution.
Now it's really all about taking that next step to truly scale your Amazon business.
So let me ask you, are you ready to stop seeing that request approval button and start seeing more sales? Are you ready to finally break into those high-demand, low-competition categories that you've been locked out of until now?
If the answer is yes, here's what you need to do next. Head on over to oabeans.com. You can check out their ungating packages and see exactly how they can help you unlock that next level of growth. Stop letting gated categories limit your potential and start scaling your business today.